How did you establish that I'm a corporate event MC?
I don't know if you can take this if you are matured enough.
Really?
Look, finally, the corporate are told Unga King.
How much have you made in one day?
In one day, it was 35,000.
Your favorite place that you have performed at?
Emnoton Arena.
Yeah.
It was my show.
Okay.
I was hosting a show last year called The Next Big Thing, a comedy show.
Yeah.
I'm hosting it again this year.
Ngalama VIP.
Everyone is a VIP in my show. Ticket 5,000.
Oh my God.
220 tickets. I'll put number 8. Okay. I'll show you.
Welcome to another episode of Dine and Dialogue with myself, Lerato Molefe. Of course, I'm your host. I'm the one that's always here, but I'm not the only one that appears on the show. And is somebody that's responsible for the humor that goes around. He's responsible for MCing. So, you know, if you go somewhere and enjoy a moment, this is one face that I've been seeing a lot lately. And it's none other than Inno Mash. Everyone always does that. Clearly, I need to have that with me. Yeah, I feel like Pupupu is.
Yeah.
Alright.
Award number 2000.
So what? Oh, okay. And the official handshake. All right. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
I think it's Gogo's kitchen.
Yeah.
Before we go any further.
Clean.
Yeah.
Their service is something else. It's because there's no or the number to your order number 8.
Yeah.
This is how professional it is. Overseas
All right. Yeah. All right. Inno Mash. And if a person hears Inno Mash, I can just assume innocent.
Yeah.
Is that the case? Yeah. Oh, you took your name and surname and brought it together. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4 letters. Four letters
Of course.
4 letters is this book.
Is there something that or is it something that you came up with in Jonga so kala gubai brand?
Yeah, it's cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cards in that.
Ekasivele watiwa nga Inno Mash.
La ngiya khona ekhaya. Ngatiwa nga netumamsiki. Ngatiwa ngama Inno.
No, that one is the most common one for innocent.
Yeah.
Innocent ngoma Inno. Yeah. I think if but I'm not going to do that because this is my interview. And
I'm interviewing I
think in Ngasaba we have to go interview. No, like the fact that you are a comedian.
But you researching more comedians. That are good when it comes to Calaban,
Yeah.
Strong points.
Oh, in my mind, I always had told myself
funny at all.
a comedian
comedian perform
yeah, they can't do stand-up comedy, is it?
Yeah, jokes.
Yeah.
One line. But I'm going to sustain then that person qualifies to be a comedian.
Okay.
Crowd, they use crowd work.
Okay.
So fast.
Oh, labong kwaran.
Yeah. We are poker, something.
They are the reason I don't like going to comedy shows.
So labanye they bakhona ukukhuluma indlela abayicabanga.
Uqhamuka ne-material. Yeah.
But all of them are comedians. So bese kumele bese uyakhetha ukuthi ngibani lo feel comfortable.
Wena ungiluphi ihlobo?
Mina ngiyahlela ukuthi ngiyokhuluma ngayo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you plan. Alright, I think I know and already I've learned a thing or two about e-comedy.
Yeah.
So, have you always been a funny person?
I guess.
Yeah?
I guess. Maybe not extremely hard, but I have always find it easy to get people's attention. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my son is like that, exactly.
Ufana now?
Asifani kahle ukuthi mangihamba emall mangihamba naye yena ucute kakhulu ngoba mangihamba naye bathi umntwana wakho lo nami ngimbuka ngithi
basho njani
thanks boy ambela ngesayidini.
Are you one of those that answer basho njani ngeke ngeva lo munye basho njani bambuza ukuthi umntwana wakho lo uthi basho njani
and une voice and sasemncane phela.
Yeah.
So one time ngingathatha isithombe sami ngaze ngasibeka la icele kwakhe ngizama ukuthi ngifanise naye wavula amehlo like in a spooky way wathana yini.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I've ever, but because I haven't been around you that much, so that's probably the reason why I've never heard you speak of family and whatnot. Yeah. But from that short period that we've spoken, you're a family man.
Yeah.
So when you do your work as a comedian, do you use your family as material?
Yes. I have a lot of material based on them. Towards what the experience I tend to have with them.
Yeah.
So it will be that I find something fun that they get to say, I take that, then I take it. Or not really fun, something that is interesting.
That they do.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into fights with your partner about you using them as material? Or does she share the same humor as you?
Uzamile ngathi mina uyodlala.
Manje sekumele ngihlekiswe ngami.
No, but my wife is not that difficult.
Yeah.
She has a high sense of humor.
Okay. Yeah, nihlangane ngalokho. Bovele ukhona kumhlekisa nje.
Yanikhuluma kakhulu.
Oh, okay.
I just do the humor part.
Right. Now, how did you get into comedy?
Well, I have been doing program directing since 2009.
Yeah.
So they felt I'm able to create a safer space and make them laugh.
Yeah.
But many are interested in me because of I make them laugh.
Yeah.
Because of the energy that I get to bring. Mm-hmm. So, 2017, if I'm not mistaken, 2017, this other guy was doing comedy. Said, Booyah, auto performer in my comedy show. I said, but I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I said, but we're more program direct. You're always saying jokes and people are laughing. They enjoy your energy. That's how I got into comedy.
Okay.
I was invited.
I'd see, and it's also not like you set out to be like, okay,
yeah,
very
no, I was invited.
Yeah.
Certain people would say, I was funny, and then they gave me a shot.
Also,
then I started taking it seriously.
Yogubang MC came before comedy.
Yes.
I thought that because you are a comedian, people started to feel like, okay, we are those hostela or...
No, I have always been good dealing with people.
Okay.
And another thing that helped me, background, just is
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was also a district chairperson in our church and also a national chairperson. South Africa, Mozambique, and Swaziland, and Botswana.
Okay.
So standing in front of people from a younger age, I got easily exposed, and it became easier for me. And especially me, convincing.
We have a convinced by keeping man.
No, man, scriptures they'll be convinced easier. But don't nigga bajabulile. iBhayibheli lithi uNkulunkulu akamthandi umuntu anikela angajabuli. God loves a cheerful giver.
Oh, okay.
Futhi bengibahlekisa bagcina bakhipha imali.
Ne? All right. How have you found the space ever since waqala nje? I know the industry it always has, my complications are my politics are and whatnot. How have you found the comedy space? Ngengeva nje yabo mahle bethi lapha nalapha ngiyeva nje ukuthi zibani akayikuphi njani wena nje ikuphethe njani industry ye comedy.
I love it. It's not an easy space.
Yeah.
Labantu somehow luthola usebenzisana nabo ngibo either bangakwendela impilo yakhe belula or benda impilo yakhe bemadini.
Okay.
Yeah, so luckily mina nginebangani in the comedy space lebenda impilo yami ebelula. Nalokuthi they are graceful in terms of what we call dying on stage. You would stand there, and
people, yeah.
But you have those, then we get to tell each other the truth. You need to work on that. From that scale where you were today, try to work on that. And then I have those type of people. Negative. I'm like, no, I've got the best soldiers in the games, and I know what's one of them. They are fun and they are highly followed.
All right. How have you dealt with a moment like that?
Where you die on stage?
Yeah.
No, I forgive me.
You forgive yourself?
Forgive me. Sometimes, I will feel a stage, you were not really fun. You can say something that was funny somewhere,
yeah,
and people laughed was about to pass.
Yeah.
We're in another environment. We could make the same thing.
Joke and
that might speak with the audience. It's either the audience don't remember previously. It's either they're educated or not really educated in the space.
Okay.
And secondly, it might be educated in being educated because something about obtaining degrees and so on, being in a university.
Yeah.
You could make them drop out primary or high school until they relate, and it doesn't really make sense to them. So basically, that's the thing. That can also contribute.
All right. Yeah. Now, Mpuna, be specific as to the first time you died on stage. Where were you, and what was the event? And take me through that experience.
It was a departmental event.
Yeah.
Media launch.
Okay.
Yeah. So but then the crowd was cold. I don't know what's the tension. What was it?
Yeah.
So I told some of the other guys that was one of them in So what happened was someone went there and did a live performance, and they died on stage singing. And then someone else in poem and died on stage. I went there, it was when Gufa even a DJ a stage. Ngakhumbula a particular MMM wazowela lapha phambili wathi na la ngathi it's a graveyard wonke umuntu lema lapha phambili receive. So sometimes it has not sometimes
it's not about you.
Yeah, the environment. When they're told it's not really your space.
All right. Lastly khona ngibona ngazuthi order le yalahleka malahamba njengabhuti nje ngimbuka ngazuthi unzinzabile nawe naleli order lethu. So
now number 8. Awufuna number 8. Okay. Akalahleki.
Ukhulume ngebangani lonabo, ne? And the importance of having the kind of friends that you have in your space, in terms of critique, they back criticize about and whatnot. When it comes to networking, because I've realized that that's also something that's very much important. About the industry, you need to have a solid network.
Exactly.
How did you learn to maneuver yourself around and create the right connections?
The thing is, whatever you do, especially when it comes to this space, you find yourself with certain people. Program director, like I do program directing. There are people who are only program directing, and I'm friends with them in that space. So with some of these friends, especially the ones that I do have, we started together in this gym.
In comedy.
Yeah, in comedy.
Yeah.
So I sang in a comedy show, invited, so and then from there on, we built my relationships. That's a figure out. We figure good.
Johnny.
Sabonga kakhulu.
So, the same thing?
Kambe, it's a quarter.
Long paisan? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so this is my food?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Now the
I have a
cabbage.
lot of food. Thank you. Right. This is our meal for today.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I had this kind of food, I'm gonna confess. But yeah, it looks good. It reminds me of a particular place that I used to love dining at. When you suggested traditional food,
Yeah.
I actually thought you were gonna say that place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about it because that's a good corner. So I can't wait.
Mara, umbhayizane lo.
Yeah.
Lona lo umbhayizane mara ngikwere ukuthi ifike njani leligama kwende njani I don't remember. But kwere for those who don't know. Ngilebukhle eqinile.
Yeah, and I always have a problem. I will exchange one meat,
Yeah, no, we can.
one piece, ne?
Yeah.
Okay. You can take one from my dish.
That's a little Tanzania.
No, I feel like Leleng Tanzania. This one.
Take it.
You can.
No, I'm not putting in there. Yeah, no.
Alright, cool, Ebo. I don't want to take a
It's
huge
fine.
piece. That's a little Tanzania, get me.
I'm just the fan.
No. I like it. Yeah. I actually got someone to exchange their food with me. That's the first. Alright, I'm happy so far. Do you love traditional food?
I do.
Yeah?
In fact, mina kudla lokumnanzi kakhulu nguthanzi.
Why?
Ngifunda lokumnanzi ngandlela.
But kumnanzi kakhulu lokhu.
Explain out why.
Yeah, ekhaya kuphi?
Steenbok.
Esteenbok ngikuphi?
Okay. Uyayibona Cape Town.
Aha.
So Cape Town sekugcineni kwe-South Africa. Ngiyecaleni kwe-South Africa. Steenbok singale koMatupoort.
Oh.
After in Mozambique and Swaziland.
Oh. Okay. Am I allowed to ask where you reside now? Or batokufuna, badohamba bayokufuna.
Angifuna ama-hogs. Currently ngihlala eHazyview.
Okay.
Ngihlala khona.
All right. We touched a little about the industry,
Yeah.
comedy and all. Ngakubuza nangekunetworker, how much important that is
Yeah.
as somebody who is an artist. It is a form of art, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm an artist.
As
yeah.
somebody who is an artist. Now, when it comes to value, your brand yakho, how did you build that?
Okay, now this is what happened. One time, the MC Mshad
Yeah.
was a regional manager in some financial institution. Had a great time on that day, even on stage, while I was content directing. People were having fun. We're coming from different places, like different provinces.
Yeah.
So mase siqedile bathi la kimi umfika ukuthi namanje noma uchaja malini kwenda le nto yakho le MC
Yeah.
endonto yami ngathi charge ngente mahala mina MC mahala ola lo.
Oh, you started off free.
I didn't know ukuthi
You could get paid.
iyabhadala.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Serious. So
But uqala umdzala njena.
so ngathi mina kuye no siyakhuluma.
Are you 24/7 funny?
I don't think so. That's not possible.
Is it not?
Because people tend to think ukuthi when I'm at home I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a comedian at home. When people see me joking in front of them, I'm
Yeah.
at work.
So comedy is work for you.
Yeah, this is not to say when I'm at home I'm grumpy and so on. Because still I have to pay attention to everything that is happening. I still have to be a father. I still have to instill some discipline in my kids
Yeah.
and so on. So more we don't turn out to be puppet, you're not going to raise a family.
Okay. But you are generally more funnier than most people.
Yeah, my kids love me. The society does enjoy to be with me.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm students on the family. I can start to engage with almost everyone.
Yeah.
I don't find that difficult.
All right. I know that besides comedy, because that's one thing that we've spoken about since Iskali, besides comedy, you did mention that you do MCing as well. My gigs are cool, but I think most of them are kind of like corporate.
Yeah.
How did you establish that? Listen, it kind of
Yeah.
clashes in a way. Like you're a comedian that does corporate events. Like corporate is normally business, serious, and but Lamalanga, when it comes to corporate events, you're the one MC that I'm seeing. How did that come about? How did you establish, I'm a corporate event MC?
I don't know if you can take this if you are matured enough. Because you doubt.
Really?
Finally, the corporate are told king.
But you're a little
No, yes, all must be. Oh.
Just checking.
No, yes, I'm a person that believes in building relationships.
Yeah.
So, I've been feeling the finally, and I sit with people. I tell them, "What's in ban and so on." And you're told out of this, then I get business.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I'm corporate gigs. As soon as I'm done, I get another
you
corporate
start
gig.
networking. Yeah.
That's what I do. I build that I can say circle of network that I do create, and it helps me. It goes a long way.
Okay. Knowing you and the kind of person that you are, can you do everybody says scream?
A little bit.
A little bit is no.
Yeah, no. Okay, this MCing in my piano. I tried it once, and I had to appreciate the people who are doing it.
Yeah.
Because environment and I mean I'm not always there.
Yeah. So it's not really
I don't really have a strong point in terms of that. I can create vibe, but in my own way.
Yeah.
I don't really have that much of the energy.
I want to ask you something, Nick. I know you spoke about your background at church a little. Do you think that influences the kind of work that you attract?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I was a choir master for about 12 to 15 years. So being in the space of music, there's certain things that I do understand in music. And me being in church, being a leader, and so on, it played a huge role in terms of building the character that I do have, and the confidence and the self-esteem and so on. Yeah, so that played a huge role. So I'm able to stand in front of people and say whatever, and probably try to even get away with anything or friendly.
Do you use strong language, no, Seven?
No.
That's not part of it.
It's not my strong point.
Yeah.
I do clean sets. Yeah. Somehow, being strong. Mara, so you feel someone who's deep would say, I understand.
Okay.
Those are big
explicit.
Yeah.
All right. I wanna ask you something. Lendo is equivalent to someone going up to a DJ and saying, are you ready?
No, I'm not. Nah.
I'm gonna ask you anyway. Ne? Okay. Please tell me your best joke.
Currently, my best joke is about my son. So this is what I tell everyone. So I have a driveway. Do you know what a driveway is?
I do, Shem. I do. Yeah, on my TV.
Oh, you're on my TV, exactly. That's what I have.
That's the one that you have.
So,
okay.
And I have guys.
That's not the joke, by the way.
I have guys that are working there by my yard.
Okay.
So the other time, Puma. Bemfuna kuphuma ngelo ya Mercedes ngelo ya Solomon BM X7 there's this limited edition so but then abafana bapaka yona bayipaka phambili kana basingafiki la ku driveway ngasekheteni imoto le beseyikhona lebe ngingaphuma ngayo which I don't really like it the Range Rover so I just had to take my kids abafaka lapha so I have a daughter and a son daughter 10 years son 7 years fro yagibela masahamba. My daughter says, Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to build you a mansion. It's going to be so nice that every floor must have a plan so you don't get lost. I go
Okay.
like, oh, by the time I'm secure, the life after that. So, I'm like, yo, my child, in a vision, and I support the I come out. The competition in my son were activated with Angas and Hule in Dombatane.
Okay.
But Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to buy you a Range Rover, Daddy. Range Rover. 4 pipes, unlike yours. Okay, wow, come, get out of fresh air. My daughter, without even thinking twice, says, Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to buy you a Ferrari. Oh, and mentioning a Ferrari. Value. Was stuck here on Fanwan. So I called from 10 minutes later, then my son says, Daddy, now I got it. I know you like it. This one is going to be your favorite. Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to get you a better wife. Oh!
Okay. I was determined not to laugh. I was so sure that you're gonna finish that joke and I'm not gonna laugh. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you passed the test.
I like that.
But do you like it when people do that? Like, tell me a joke.
No.
Make me laugh or something. Do people do that?
People do that.
Yeah?
And you go like, oh, so since you're a prostitute.
Wait, that's a
No.
Man, that's a sentence. Since you're a prostitute, sell me some ass, basically. Sorry. Okay, all right. I actually thought you were gonna be like, I don't like that, or whatever. But I'm happy that you took up the test and you were like,
Yeah.
So you flexed basically,
Yeah.
like, girl, I do this in my sleep even.
Just
Good.
chillax.
Now,
Yeah.
on a good day,
Yeah.
how much have you made? Like on a good day, the highest amount that you've made doing your work.
Are you sure you want to know?
I do want to know. I think I need a change of career.
The thing is not Chela. Chela.
No. Mtshela.
No, no, Chela. Send you WhatsApp. Hi.
I won't do that. I promise you. The next time you're gonna hear from me is when I tell you.
Hey, stranger.
I won't. Nedu udokhuthatha lobukelako ukuthi ade ukuthi ikhona imali.
Imali, ngiyanga imali eningi.
Malini?
Imali labaningi abangayihola in 3 months. In 1 day.
How much have you made in 1 day? In 1 day's work, the highest amount that even you were like, huh?
Ayingemali engaka.
30 minutes.
In 1 day it was 35,000.
So if we extend wahamba wenda 35,000 wabuya endlini.
Iningi.
35,000 in a day. It's not like the whole day, it's hours basically.
Yeah. No, it was 5 hours.
Imagine. It's just 1 to 5.
That's a very long time.
35,000.
35,000.
Was this in comedy or?
It was in program directing.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't ask me about comedy.
Actually, yeah. Why? Mtshela.
No, when now they book me because I'm a comedian.
How much is it to book you? No. That's what you said in the beginning.
No.
But since you are Inno Mash, the brand, how much is it to book you?
No. My events are fun.
Yeah.
Events are fun.
No, Mara, sikhuluma phezu
Events are
something.
fun. I have to charge in the transport. I have to charge putting off. I have to charge for the theme. Yeah. I have to charge in Zalala. I have to charge.
9 minutes.
Yeah, 9.
When did you decide that? Okay. with the type of work that I do, I need someone to take care of particular things for me. What does your manager do for you, basically?
Okay, you don't know who my manager is. You don't care.
No. Whoever you are. So sorry, I recognize your work, beautiful, but at this moment I really don't care. I care about you. I care about you.
To my manager, I'm very, very sorry. The things are turning out this way. Mama was expecting that you will be recognized.
Not today,
Sorry,
sorry.
Innocent Mashaba.
Oh, it's you. It's you?
Yep.
That's why I can never take you serious, man.
Thing is, it's not like I don't really believe in having a manager. I'd like to have one.
Yeah.
But it has to be someone who really believes in your vision and they see where you are heading to.
Yeah.
That one. I believe in networking, that you are not going to just get things for free. But then I hire someone, the next thing, just to get money that they didn't know.
Yeah. All right. As we go politics,
Yeah.
in Mpumalanga, most people fight about gigs, who gets what, who gets hired where, you know? How do you manage that? How are you able to score your gigs and just, not squabble with people? It's like, manje, Inno Mash uhlala bhukiwe. Hey.
There was a time with some that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a time where people even complained. Certain people, certain comedians complained.
Yeah.
That's the wrong reporter about this.
Okay. You were getting too many gigs.
But they didn't calculate the gigs. If the government, that was going to be a different story.
Yeah.
But I was getting gigs from individuals. If someone has a company, they decide to hire me to come in, that's what they want. And there's nothing anyone can do.
Yes. Yes.
So basically, that's the thing. I work on building relationships in that way. So I don't really get corporate gigs, government corporate gigs that much.
Oh, you don't?
I don't really get them that much.
Okay.
I appear as if I do, but I don't.
What is it that makes you appear as if you do?
Maybe it's because I do attend events. And even
just as an attendee.
I make myself visible.
Yeah.
That it is easier for anyone who's an tomb in case you're in a space where like for instance when it comes to being my awards, I'll be there, can you go and just hand over this award?
Yeah.
Then I go like, no, it's fine, I'm going to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot that you've learned. You have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
There's many people that are looking at you thinking, okay, one day I'm going to be Inno Mash. I really would love to tap into that space and whatnot. Can you help someone who's watching right now in terms of building their brand? Firstly, what are the basics in the industry that you're in?
So I can say whatever you are gifted in, work on your craft, make it work. Follow people who are on the same space and check what is it that they are doing. Because I've seen people available anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, even if you are with some comedians, some other comedians, you'll never see them in club gigs.
Yeah.
They don't do that. They would even ask you certain questions. Would say, "Learning for how to perform in
yeah.
Is it an open area? Blah blah blah. They will decline that gig irrespective of how much it will be paid.
Wow.
Because they are respecting their brand. Because I don't want to be here. Let's say and so on. So it tarnishes your image, because now when you post even on your social media, people see the type of a person that you are.
Yeah.
And just because of that, you might find yourself losing respect.
Yeah. Oh, that is very interesting. I've never really thought about it like that. I also wanted to ask you, now, when it comes to good charger, also, how do you learn? It's okay, this is how much I'm going for. Is there like a market price, or do you do it?
There's no market price when it comes to being an artist.
Yeah.
It comes back to what I've just said, the Ishema relationships.
Yeah.
Some other people will be friends enough that they can easily tell you and say, I'm fine, you know what, when you get there, I have vouched for you. I told them that they must pay you 15,000. Tell them that you are charging 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah. You go to some other people, some will tell you upfront, if
Yeah.
you are available, I'd like to have you as my program director,
Yeah.
or whatever it is, you know. So there's no standard, but over time, the more you get to do this thing,
Yeah.
the easier it becomes. But it's never 100% easy. I found a black coffee, which is some amount, let's say,
Fair.
black coffee charge 500,000. No. But,
Now, when it comes to your gigs,
yeah.
you securing your gigs, ukala njani wena? Because ngivile ngiyaluma ukhuluma ukuthi there's certain criteria that you do not mix your brand with.
Yeah.
There's certain things that wena on your own. Do you do gigs like that? Do you do club gigs, or now are you one of those that you need everything of yours to be clean?
The friends that I spoke about, they
Yeah.
introduced me to club games and so on. Then I realized it was not really my strong point. But at a later stage, going to Josie and coming to Mpumalanga and so on, I started realizing that there's club gigs I can do, there's club gigs I can't do. Like your kind of a, well, now there are people, luckily we have people who are modernizing the township
Yeah.
clubs and so on. You have places where we go to and you find that these people are here for comedy. They enjoy that environment.
Yeah.
You have certain places where the comedy culture is not even there. So I do such a research to find out that are you going there to just take chances and so on, or people are people used to this?
Yeah.
It's not really my strong point, but masabat sa iwan kulun.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ufuna kulalelwa
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you speak, right? Is there somebody? Okay. I would like to think that there is, but Lamalanga, you ask someone and they'll just be like, no, actually there isn't. But do you have someone who's a comedian that you look at and you're like, that guy?
We are a group of comedians.
Yeah.
We have the one that is like top notch. We have Oscar almost. He's from Mpumalanga.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have Promet. We also have Bongane Piano and so on. And these guys, they are my friends.
Yeah.
So I look a lot up to them because they've performed with the best. They have performed with a huge number of comedians compared to me.
Yeah.
And they are the ones, especially Oscar. He's the one who introduced me to the well-known comedians.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who do you wish to work with then? Perform with, or headline, or what do you call it?
Headline for.
Umbulele or whatever.
Or open sport for them.
Yeah.
No one.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Honestly, I'd like to perform with all the comedians that I've performed with. Most comedians here in South Africa, and the funniest comedians, and you can't take anything away from them. And I still take myself because I'm still in a learning space. I'm still trying to really find myself. As much as maybe some other people might look at me and think that I have arrived.
Yeah.
But I can't stand and say I have found my full calling, or lack of a better way. Maybe probably I've found my stand in comedy. It's pertaining this blind and so on. No. And most people, even people who are used to the stage, like Talaba perform and they are the biggest artists, they still dive into them.
Your favorite place that you have performed at, or sometimes even your favorite place to perform at, Ngupi?
M-Noton Arena.
Yeah.
It was my show.
Okay.
I was hosting a show last year called The Next Big Thing, a comedy show.
Yeah.
I'm hosting it again this year.
Ngalama VIP.
Everyone is a VIP in my show. Ticketing 5,000. 5K.
Oh my God.
220 tickets.
Ish. Okay, that threw me off. So that was your favorite crowd, everything.
Now the fact that I hosted and it became a sold out show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was big.
For me, that was dope.
Okay. I think we've covered almost everything that we could cover, and I also managed to get a joke out of you for free. So it's safe to say that we can wrap up today. Before we do that, I have a couple of things that were interesting to me that I saw from you.
Yeah.
And first has to be that timepiece. I'm not going to let you go before you tell me about your timepiece. Yeah, I've never seen one like it.
So this one, there's this guy who's making watches. Gave him a call. So like Italy. Italian. This one. It's a.
Stop playing.
Yeah, so like Italy. Gave them a call. Frankfurt.
That is such a lie. Why are you not truthful?
So I had
to
to do 7 gigs for me, 7 corporate gigs for me to get this watch. Ngiyadlala ngithenga iqatemu. Ngena Google iqatemu ngolibona. 200 rand.
I was going to calculate 35,000 times 7 and come up with the amount of that watch. And then say, comment.
It's a nice one. Cheap, but
it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm not even going to lie. It caught my attention. So that's the first thing. The second one, I think I forgot. Oh, the second one. How do I forget? The second one would have to be about the food, obviously. Since it's still corner because of the food. You have to tell me out of 10.
Yeah.
What's the number?
It's 11 out of 10.
It's 11 out of 10.
I always enjoy eating there.
Yeah.
It's clean. I've not South Lomning in Tanzania.
Yeah.
About one as South Lomning, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, all right. I also agree. Namiga, I'll give it a 10. It's my first time coming here, so it was my first time having a try of the food. The portions. I'm looking forward to coming back. That is the truth. My portions are very generous. I'm not even complaining. It's a 10 out of me.
Look at that. There's still pop.
A 10 out of 10 from me. Yeah, that is that. But yeah, man, thank you so much for joining us once again. Please remember to like, comment, and share this episode. Inno Mash, Innocent Mashaba.
Yeah.